Hi everyone, it's me Giovanni, and today I'm making this video. I did not make a video yesterday because even though I tried to, unfortunately I fucked up, and and I just did not want to make a video yesterday. I did not want to make a video yesterday, and well, let's just say I kind of embarrassed myself. And the pirate boy noticed. Hi. So, the pirate boy noticed my recent post and commented a really sad face. Almost like he wanted to watch my videos, and I was like, oh, that's so sweet of you. I mean, obviously I've heard of this guy's content from Orbit, and I immediately loved it. It's disturbing, yes, but I love it. I friggin' love it. And due to recent Five Nights at Freddy's discussions, mostly on Reddit and Twitter, I can safely say, due to the Fnaf 2 movie novel or book, why? I mean, the first novel has Doug as a predator, and oh my god. There were a few videos that I made, I can remember, but all I know is that I said that I feel like people are just desperate for a Fnaf version of Lolita. Like, so bad. So bad. The closest thing from Vladimir Nabokov's story of Lolita involved in Five Nights at Freddy's is Springtrap and Delia. Springtrap being friends with a 14-year-old girl, and that the creator secretly shipped them and made sexual artwork of them. Let me repeat that. Springtrap, who is an animatronic, or at least a Springlock suit that has an adult man inside, trapped inside of it, that is the serial killer from the main series, being friends with a 14-year-old girl. A 14-year-old girl. And behind the scenes, they why? No, seriously. Springtrap and Delia is the closest thing to a Fnaf version of Vladimir Nabokov's story of Lolita, where in Lolita, a 37-year-old man named Humbert um, has this unhealthy love obsession with a 12-year-old girl named Dolores Hayes. The man becomes her stepfather after marrying her mother, Charlotte Hayes. But after Charlotte dies, Humbert becomes the sole adult in Dolores' life, and he takes full advantage of her life by having sex with her, raping her, and through Humbert's gaze of Dolores, she thinks that she's a seductress, when in reality she's a 12-year-old girl, a child. And in his story, the story that Vladimir wrote, that it's basically from Humbert's perspective, that Humbert is manipulative, and he thinks that Dolores seduced him. When in reality, Dolores, like I said, is a child. She's a child. She's a 12-year-old child. Now here's one of the things about Dolores. That apparently, when she was at camp, sent by her mother, she and a group of girls would engage in sexual activity, mostly to experiment. Dolores, a 12-year-old girl, would have sex with a boy a year older than her. I can barely even speak. Who's a year older than her, named Charlie. I did not mince words when I said that. I repeat this. Dolores Hayes has sex at camp with a boy who's a year older than her. But Dolores is still a child, right? Right? And Humbert, an adult man, is taking advantage of her, right? At the time when Vladimir made that story, it was during the 1950s. The story was published in 1955. The first movie adaptation of Lolita was made in 1962 by Stanley Kubrick and James B. Harris, starring James Mason as Humbert, Sue Lyon as Lolita or Dolores Hayes, and Shelley Winters as Lolita's mother, Charlotte. And there's also Peter Sellers as Claire Quilty. At the time, the story was criticized, or at least people immediately thought that Dolores was the villain and that Humbert was the victim. You cannot make this shit up. It was mostly due to fucking misogyny at that time, due to, the 1940s and the 1950s, where women would be controlled by their husbands, or at least what was said, which I find that to be incredibly disingenuous. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, I'm I am scared. I am scared to think that there would actually be a Five Nights at Freddy's version of I can't speak. Vladimir Nabokov's Lolita. I'm scared. I'm scared of that. Even early on, during like the Fnaf 1 movie, there were people making TikToks of Piper Rubio, who plays Abby in the movie, making TikToks and people thinking that she's hot or that they sexualize her or something, and I was just creeped out by it. And thankfully her parents made a response due to that, which I'm grateful for. But when I thought about it, Piper Rubio looks like the perfect depiction of... Sorry. Piper... I can't speak! Piper Rubio looks like the perfect depiction of Dolores Hayes, at least in my opinion. Short, bobbed brown hair, a sweet, nice face. She's appropriately a child, not a teenager, not a preteen, not a fully grown woman, an actual child who also has pale skin. She doesn't wear dresses, at least what she's now wearing, which is fine. I mean, due to what little girls were wearing in the 1940s and 50s, some of them still wore dresses, but some of them were also wearing shorts, pants, like clothing that a boy would also wear, of course, and that little girls during the 1940s were actually wearing clothes resembling clothes also worn by adults that Dolores Hayes also wears in the second movie adaptation of Lolita in 1997, directed by Adrian Lyne. Her clothes in that movie are actually accurate to the time period, word for word, or at least not literally word for word, but, thought for thought. I can't speak. Thought for thought. But anyways, I seriously question about FNAF these days. What I've heard about the FNAF 2 movie, novel. But yeah, back to Pirate Boy. I'm so sorry, Pirate Boy. Like I said in a few of my videos regarding the Scary Night remake, it's not that scary. It's not that fucking scary. But the Aftons 2 trailer, it's scary. It's scary and bloody, and I love it. I absolutely love it. And I also commented to the Pirate Boy hey, why don't you, I don't know, make a Five Nights at Candy's video? And he might do that. Maybe, I don't know, but anyway, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it or not. Please stay safe, stay home, you know the rest. See you in the next video, Monday. Bye.